Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of UI7 News. I'm Ariane Monaco. Turning to campus safety, in the wake of 2 attacks on college campuses, some students at the U of I are questioning their own safety. Students want to be prepared, and police want them to be informed. UI7's Elizabeth Amanier tells you more about the campus climate. Maybe the brightest news of the week came from New York, where Illini supermarathoner Tatiana McFadden has done it yet another time, winning the New York City Marathon. Students and residents of Champaign and Urbana are advised to make sure that their ground floor windows as well as their front doors are locked before leaving for break. Illini basketball did not receive good news this week when hearing about the small forward that got away. The top 100 basketball recruit Xavier Sneed will be a Kansas State Wildcat next fall. The St. Louis prospect expressed interest in Kansas State, Illinois, and Xavier during his visits these past couple weeks. The Illini men's team will play their first exhibition game this Sunday against the University of Illinois at Springfield. So far, an inter-squad scrimmage is the closest the Illini have come to action. I'm Ariane Monaco, and I'm here on the quad where students are participating in Pink Week, which is in honor of raising awareness for breast cancer. With the semester ending tomorrow and finals beginning Friday, for some students, the break has already begun. Students worry about packing up their belongings, but it's what they leave behind they need to be extra cautious about. Student resident Adil Di Bartolomeo knows all too well the consequences of not taking household safety precautions.
My roommates and I had left for class in the morning. The other one was in there, and he went to take a nap, left the door open. House was broken into while he went to take a nap. He calls me when he wakes up about an hour later asking if I had taken his laptop or anything else away to class. I say no, figured out we were broken into because there were a lot of things missing.
To take extra steps before leaving apartments and houses throughout campus town, students should consider a checklist before they depart this week. Students should consider adjusting the house temperature to around 58 degrees, taking important valuables home, checking all doors and windows to make sure they are locked, and asking any neighbors staying to keep an eye out. Lieutenant Fiesta says how police are also taking precautions.
We're going to be having officers, doing extra burglary checks because we tend to get a lot of burglary reports.
Students and residents of Champaign and Urbana are advised to make sure that their ground floor windows as well as their front doors are locked before leaving for break. Adil keeps his experience in mind while he prepares for the holiday break.
So we're going to make sure that all the windows are completely covered because you were able to see who was and who wasn't in our apartment building. And even if we're in our apartment, doors are locked at all times, no matter what.
Wednesday marks the last day of instruction, and classes won't resume again until January 19th of 2016. In Champaign, I'm Ariane Monaco, UI7 News.
We've been really getting the word out. He's been on the news, on the radio.
Adam Munns is a 15-year-old boy with a lot of passion. He is widely known for driving remote-control cars, yet he never ceases to forget to thank his blood donors for this. Adam Munns was born with an extremely low blood platelet count that he overcame because of blood donations. Adam's mother, Cindy, is so proud of her son for donating back.
A baby has about a cup of blood in their body, and from that blood, he only needed about a tablespoon of platelets. And because he got that tablespoon of platelets, he's went on to help all these people, which is just amazing.
Even though Adam is not old enough to donate blood yet, he has recruited over 100 donors and raised over $5,000 for the community blood services at his show.
It makes me feel good. I like seeing the reaction on the face, and I like knowing that it's going to a good cause.
Donations can be made at community blood services center like the one here, where the Munns family donates. Blood donations take around 10 minutes, but platelet donations take about 2 hours. Either one ends up saving lives, just like Adam's. Adam's parents have forever been thankful. They have donated blood ever since because they know how much it meant for them to be helped.
I've given over 5 gallons, almost 6, and I'll keep donating until they come up with some other way. And I encourage people to donate blood. The school that I work at is getting ready to hold their own blood drive too. So I try to tell everybody how important it is, and that's what Adam does too, because without that little teaspoon of blood or platelets, he wouldn't be here.
Adam has made friends all over the world, but as his name continues to grow in the RC world, his heart will remain in the right place. In Urbana, I'm Ariane Monaco, UI7 News. How you take your coffee extends beyond cream and sugar. The real issue lies with the container. Senior Katie Pullman looks to increase awareness of the issue.
Disposable mugs are a problem, namely because they're not necessary. And it's so easy to just bring a reusable mug that you have forever, potentially, and you don't have to keep going and using this reusable mug that we're using valuable resources to create, and then it's just going to go in a landfill.
Pullman's beliefs led her to join the National Challenge to Kill the Cup. Kill the Cup is a national campaign that partners with 16 other universities across the United States to get students to use reusable mugs at their local coffee shops. One Espresso Royale teams up with these students to show support for their shared beliefs.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's wonderful. We definitely don't need to use a brand new cup every time we get a beverage, so it's definitely something that, you know, it falls in line with a view that I've already had, so I was more than happy to participate.
This is an example of a reusable mug you can use in place of a disposable mug, which is one that you would just throw out after one use. The prize at the end of the month awarded to the winning school is a sustainability grant. Pullman and other environmental leaders on campus look to use this money for other waste diversion methods, such as the distribution of reusable bags.
My advice to people is to not get discouraged by the amount of environmental issues that we're facing and just try and focus on what you can do in your own life.
In Urbana, Ariane Monaco, UI7 News. Joining us now is former president and involved member of Orange Cross, Hannah Taylor. Hi, Hannah. Thanks for joining us. Probably have felt that the temperatures have cooled down a little bit, and you might have felt the rain outside, too, with some showers. So as we take a look at our radar, we'll look at that more closely. The Fighting Illini volleyball team got off to a hot start in the opening weekend of the Big Ten play. The Illini swept Maryland and Rutgers on the road in back-to-back nights. Head coach Kevin Hamley was proud of the way his team played, but he knows they must stay focused on their upcoming match at Wisconsin. Volleyball brings some lighter news to Illini sports. Freshman Allie Bassinelli is the Big Ten Co-Defensive Player of the Week and Freshman of the Week. In health news on campus, Illini are looking at how to stay away from getting sick this season. UI7's Alyssa Rege has more on Illini Wellness Week. In other crime news tonight, authorities in Champaign are investigating a bank robbery that took place on the 800 block of West Springfield Avenue Monday morning. The U of I State Farm Center will open its doors tomorrow for a home opener for Illini basketball.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll be back next Tuesday.